Hey everybody, welcome back to the Quinn Films behind the scenes channel. And today I'm doing something a little bit different. Basically what I want to do is I have this poster from my series Clone, fairly old series, probably the first thing that I actually put a lot of effort into when I first found out that I actually love filmmaking and I want to do it for a passion. And yeah, I have this poster from it and I just have it hanged up on my wall, but there's these two empty little slits there that I want to put my latest short film posters, and I don't have a poster for it yet. I have YouTube thumbnails, but I wanted to actually have a poster that I could put up there. And I thought that would look really cool next to the space photo that I have there. So yeah, let's do that.
So hey everybody, so we're starting with The Perfect Day, which is a short film that I made 3 months ago, and I think it's by far my favorite out of the short films that I made in my whole entire life. It has an excellent story, excellent VFX, and really, it's just pretty well done in my opinion. If you want to go check it out, the link will be down below. So as you can see here, I collected different stills from this movie that I think could be used in this poster. So as you can see, I kind of laid out something already, but I'm not super happy with it. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to create 2 different versions, 2 different ideas that I kind of have in my mind with 2 different poses. So I had the original idea, but then I thought maybe that wouldn't work, so I created this alternate idea that I had. I'm going to create that one first. So as you can see here, I have the demo bot as its own layer, and then I have the main Benjamin here as his own layer. My plan is to have him as the biggest, and then have the secondary character, which is the demo bots, even though the demo bots aren't really a character. They're kind of a bigger role in this movie. So I'm going to make the demo bot slightly smaller, and then put the demo bots down here. And then I was thinking there's one more character in this movie that I kind of forgot about, and that's my dog here, Sebastian. I think my favorite character in this movie, honestly. Just did an amazing job with acting. Congratulations to him for really pulling it off. He's not very food oriented, so it was quite hard to get him to do all this stuff, but I just basically called his name, he looked up, and it really worked. So yeah, now let's cut him out. So I think for this one I'm probably going to use this cutout tool, not the quick selection, just because it's a little bit more accurate. Alright, so I have my dog cut out here, and I'm going to make selection on him with a radius of 0.5 pixels of feather, and then I'm going to create that mask here, and as you can see, it doesn't look amazing, but we can smoothen it out here just a little bit. Feather it out just a tad bit. A lot of the time people just feather it to this much, and they think, look, it's all nice and feathered and it looks good. The answer is, it does not actually look very good. I made this mistake when I was younger, and I totally regret making it, because it doesn't actually look good, it just looks really feathered, and it's kind of like a cheat out of this. And there we go. So it's not the best cutout in the world, I will admit that, but it's good enough for what we're doing now. And let's just take him. I don't like that laser pointing out there, so I'm going to actually chop that off. We go to the demo bots, and then we're going to have Sebastian. And now we gotta have what I was kind of envisioning. Of course, this is just a rough copy here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to delete all these copies. I do like to have copies, but sometimes they just get in the way. So now we just have Sebastian a little bit smaller. Alright, well I'm just going to have to live with that for a minute, and then I'm going to basically just make this background completely black. So if I go to my gradient tool here, I have black selected, make it black. And I know this even looks worse because the background's not white anymore, which is going to be a problem. Let's just hold that thought there. Then I'm going to get some dust particles, so if I just go to cool stuff, is going to come up. I think I'm liking this, so what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to just save that image. Save that, and go back into Photoshop here, and I'm going to get my dust, bring that in. I want to bring this all the way to the very top. I'm going to make it nice and big, like that. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to circle a little bit of it, and I'm going to make that be a selection. Then I'm going to go over into the feather, and I'm just going to feather it, just like I told you not to do earlier. Feather it all that much, and then I'm just going to basically just bring it in here. I'm going to bring the opacity down a lot. I'll bring one there, and then I'm going to duplicate the layer. So I'm going to Command C to duplicate, and Command V to paste, and I'm going to put this at the very bottom. So basically that's now at the very bottom. I know the different stuff I'm going to make it. Alright, and then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make a gradient again, but this time I'm going to make the bottom just a little bit whiter. So I'm going to go up here to my gradient tool here, and I really want this to be quite soft. And basically what I'm going to do, just like this, and then now that that's white, I'm actually going to make this dust a little less transparent, like that. And then one of the other problems that I noticed here is with this guy's head, it's not, looking good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just paint in the rest of his head, which is going to be extremely hard to do, but I'm going to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the clone stamp tool. I suck at this, so let's hope I succeed this time. And basically I'm just going to take parts here, and I'm just going to extend his face, extend his head, should I say. Up here, but as you can see that's not exact, so I'm just going to basically go like this, down there, and continue it up there. I'm also going to go over, clone brush is good, but sometimes I just prefer to use the spot healing brush tool, which I think is honestly a little bit better than the clone stamp tool when it comes to doing stuff like this, just because it's AI based and it can really, you don't have to do it manually. This requires kind of it to do it for you. I think that's looking good. And then we're gonna go back into our pen tool here and we're just gonna kind of cut, make selection. Great. And then looking at it from afar, it's fine, but when you actually really go in, it just looks awful. But that's alright. And then also you can see all this white stuff in my hair, which is really annoying. And we're just gonna go manually in there, delete it, which is a kind of a hard thing to do, but it's what we gotta do. So as you can see now we have this, which just looks slightly better. We're also gonna do some color correction to this, which is gonna be also, this here needs to be feathered quite a bit. So if we go to the demo box, delete it again, this is gonna create a smoother thing, I'm pretty sure. Same with what we're going to need to do is put the logo up here. So I'm just going to go to the very end of the movie and take the logo of the perfect day, grab the logo here and just stick it on, make it kind of big, and boom, there you have it. Just joking, it's got a lot of work to do here. So in each individual one we got to do different colors, so let's just create a hue and saturation and then let's just clip that to the bottom there. And we're just gonna.
The next day.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. One moment. Okay, as you can see, this is very DIY. Yeah, this is what happens when you are making a YouTube video by yourself without any crew or anything. As you can see, the green screen is just literally leaning on me right now. That's how it works. And yeah, one moment, let's just key out the screen. That's better. Back in Photoshop once again. Sorry about that, everybody, but I decided to just clear my mind, as this is probably the worst Photoshop I've ever made in my entire life. But that's okay, because today we're going to fix it. Oh, and also I was editing it, and I noticed that the audio just really sucks, so I'm going to record my audio with an external mic today.
So I hope that sounds better. Does it sound better? I hope it does. Let's fix this. I actually did a little bit of adjustments to it while you guys weren't looking. Basically, I deleted everything but the main, because I feel like my dog, as much as I love him very much, the demo bots kind of distracted us, and it didn't look like an actual professional poster. Because really, there is only one character in this movie, that's me. I'm gonna make some highlights on this bad boy, and we're gonna make it epic. Alright, let's go. So, I'm just gonna make a little bit of highlights here. Blue highlights. I'm not a master. Also, guys, I'm not a master of Photoshop. I forgot to tell you. This is kind of the first time I've actually really done, well, I mean, I've done Photoshop quite a bit, but I'm not a master of it, and that just sucks. So let's just try that again. My profession is more VFX, like After Effects and stuff like that, so I'm not like a master of Photoshop. So all you Photoshop pros, if there's any Photoshop pros that are watching this right now, just in pain, sorry. Does that look good? I don't know, can't really tell. It's kind of too early to tell, but before we tell, let's just make another human set. Oh, let's actually make curves. I like curves. Let's just clip that to the bottom there, and let's just a little bit darker, and we can go through the red, green, just color like this bad boy a little bit. We want to bring up that blue. Well, maybe not. Wait, yeah, just a little bit. We have a little color correction. I'm also going to bring up some hue and saturation, bring down. Alrighty, everybody, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a background, because I was looking at some posters earlier, and I really like this one. I kind of am basing it off this one, Agent. I've never even watched that film, but it looks actually pretty good, and I like that you know, that kind of wall in the background there. So I'm going to download this bad boy. I know it's not exactly the same, but so let's download it and bring it into Photoshop here. So let's just bring it below everything. Sorry, that kind of messed everything up. Bring that down, and we want to make sure this is clipped. Okay, wait, that's clipped. Okay, now it's at the bottom here. Let's just make it bigger, like so. And then let's get our brush here. Let's just rasterize that layer first. Let's just get our brush here. Let's make it like 1000 and something. And then let's just go through and do that. And then yeah, I feel like that's it, everybody. I know it's not perfect. I know it looks really, really bad. But I mean, come on, I'm not a master of Photoshop. This is kind of like, I don't know. This is okay. And also, this was a hard one because there's really no characters in The Perfect Day apart from myself. And there was really no frames for me to borrow from. So yeah, this is what I could do in, you know, that probably took me about 3 hours, to be honest. It's been a lot of stuff cut from this video. So yeah, let's move on to the next poster now, which is... So, hey everybody, I thought for the next little bit for the energy gun, I'd do a speed art rather than a breakdown, just because I think that might be a little bit more interesting. You've just listened to me ramble on for the last 10 minutes. I thought it would be better if you just sit back, relax, get a snack, and enjoy. Okay, everybody, that pretty much wraps it up today. I'm really sorry you had to, see that. Totally scarred me for life, that end result. So bad, okay? I know you probably watched this video thinking I was like an amazing Photoshop artist or something. I'm truly not. It was just an experiment, okay? I thought I was better. I'm definitely not going to be putting them up here anymore. So yeah, that's a lesson learned, I guess. I'm not a very good Photoshop artist. Maybe I will in the future. I'll adjust them later, but honestly, I just feel like deleting them right off my hard drive right now. I really have to stop myself. So yeah, if you did enjoy the video, however, which I highly doubt you did, remember to subscribe and like. That's basically the best way to support me here at the Quinn Films Behind the Scenes channel. But if you didn't like the content, please don't subscribe, because I don't want fake subscribers. That's the last thing I want. Anyway, and always remember to have a nice day. Bye. bye.